It is now the second age, or their second weekend, at the box office for Dune 2, the best movie I've seen in probably over a decade. My wife Ann has now seen it 4 times in theaters. I've seen it 3. She's already bought our tickets for her 5th screening.
A lot of credits.
That's a lot of credits. That's a lot of credits before it comes to Max. And, you know, the big question last week was, it made $82.5 million in its opening weekend. Fabulous. But what will it do in its second? Will it fall in that range where you hope a movie falls between 50 and 60% drop? Will it have a worrying drop of an over 60% drop? Or would it be a fabulous second weekend of a less than 50% drop? Well, the numbers have come in, and it was the last thing. Dune Part 2 made $46 million in its second weekend, which represented only a 44.2% drop. And that's with Kung Fu Panda 4 opening, making $58 million at the box office. And we'll talk about the Kung Fu Panda thing here in a bit. But the Dune Part 2 thing, you know, the only thing I was worried about, its chances of making out, because, you know, there's going to be a lot of repeat viewings. There are going to be people who are going to hearing all the buzz are going to go. So I was figuring it would probably it would do better than less than 50%. But I was thinking 49, 48, like 44.2% drop, which is incredible. So good for it. $46 million. Its second weekend is bigger than Dune 1's opening weekend. So just put that into a little bit, and there's asterisks to that, absolutely, but just to put it a little bit in context. So, but my only other worry was, I didn't know if a lot of people would go see Kung Fu Panda, but it's a very family-friendly film, and maybe some adults who would have gone to see Dune, or maybe gone to see Dune a second time, they're going to like, nah, I'm going to bring the kiddos to the movies or something like that. And when I saw the numbers that Kung Fu Panda were racking up, I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to be good for Dune. Still only took a 44% drop, making $46 million. Couldn't be better. So happy for it, and that's wonderful.
Is that a real emoji?
It's the real ones. Yeah. But let's talk for a second, too, about the success of Kung Fu Panda 4. This is a franchise that is now 16 years old. It's been 16 years. Want to feel old? 16 years since Kung Fu Panda 1 came out, back in 2008, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yep, 2008.
2008. 16 years. No Kung Fu Panda movies ever had a huge box, and I honestly didn't know. But Kung Fu Panda 4, after declining box offices for the Kung Fu Panda franchise, made the second most ever in its opening weekend. Take a look at this. Look at this image here. So the first Kung Fu Panda came out, and it made $60 million opening weekend. Fabulous. The second one came out, which is also terrific. The second Kung Fu Panda movie, I think, is terrific, but made less on its opening weekend than the previous one did, but still made $47.6 million. Then the third one came out. I admit, I'm not a huge fan of the third one, to be honest, but its opening weekend dropped even more to 41.2. Who would have thought the fourth one, years later, long after what some people said was a franchise that was past its shelf life, while Dune 2 is in theaters, and made $58.3 million. I honestly can't remember the last time a franchise like this, which was showing decline, right, while it was still running, showing decline, and then all of a sudden a fourth one comes out, and boom, almost as big of an opening weekend as the original back in 2008. This is huge for them. And it just kind of boistered by the fact that the early reactions were very positive. The audience's reaction to the movie has been very positive. Word of mouth has been good. And good for them. But the biggest winner is just the box office in general. Because just between Dune Part 2 and its second weekend and a 16-year-old franchise in Kung Fu Panda 4, they made well over $100 million at the box office this weekend.
Yeah, plus everything else.
Yeah, plus everything else. Imaginary,
the cherry on 10.
You know, that. Bob Marley's One Love still hanging around in the top 5, by the way, making another $4 million. But, I mean, this is great for both Dune Part 2 and Kung Fu Panda 4. Rob, you saw the numbers. What are the things that stand out to you the most when you look at this?
Well, if you were a college student and you're 20 years old in 2008, and you and your friends go see Kung Fu Panda, now you're 36. You're married. Your kids are 5, 6, 7. They're ready to go. And you go, hey kids, there was a movie that came out, because think about it. If it's 4 years between each movie, that's a generation of kids. That's the difference between 4 and 8. So you've got an entire,
math.
I know, right? That's an entire generation of children and parents that get to go share the awesomeness of Jack Black singing a Britney Spears song over the end credits together. And I think it's good. I mean, I think, hit me baby one more time with the Kung Fu Panda franchise, and it worked out. And, like you said, John, the most important thing is all these movies are making money.
Yeah.
Even Angel Studios that made Sound of Freedom has their movie Cabrini that came out that was in the top 5.
Made $7 million.
And Jason Blumhouse, $10 million
for a not even very well received movie.
No,
by the way.
a movie that probably cost about that.
Yep.
So everybody won this weekend, including us.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Harry's. Guys, in order to start the John Campea Show, I had to leave my high-paying corporate job in order to set myself up to be happier and enjoy more personal success. Because sometimes to get what you want, you have to challenge the status quo and blaze your own trail. And that's exactly what the folks at Harry's did. You see, at Harry's, they saw customers getting ripped off by questionable products in the shaving industry and decided to do something better. Harry's decided to pave their own road by making beautifully designed razors for a fraction of the price of the other big brands. Exceptional products, honest prices. That's Harry's. I have fallen in love with Harry's, from their foaming shaving gel that feels just luxurious on the skin, to their incredible razor that feels just as good in the hand as it does going over your skin. They've got rich, lathering, skin-softening body wash in scents like redwood, wildlands, and stone. You see, Harry's provides German-engineered blades made in their own factory that stay sharp longer. You can get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. Don't settle for the status quo. Blaze your own trail with Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. That's harrys.com/Campea for a $3 trial set.
Because we get great entertainment, and your wife gets to see her favorite movie for the 5th time.
By the way, it's officially replaced Big.
Oh, no.
Yep. She told me this weekend, she said Dune has officially replaced Big as her favorite.
Does that mean you have to get another framed poster?
She's dead to me.
I absolutely have to get her another one. We've already got we got in our hallway leading to Anne's office in the house, she's got a big poster and a big Dune poster. We might have to put up a second or third. Oh, actually, she said Big has been dropped down to her number 3.
Because Dune won?
Well, no, she considers Dune kind of one story.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
Like
wow.
what she said, it would
You
always be
married well.
behind Big, but once the Christmas special came out and once Guardians 3 came out, as a collective, Guardians is now my second favorite thing. Dune is her favorite thing. Guardians are second. Big is now her third. But Tom Hanks is still Tom Hanks is still her number 1 favorite human being in the world. I mean, above me. So, I mean, there's that, of course. Hey, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.